Hey there, YouTube friends. Rita wanted me to make a shelf for the laundry room to organize all that laundry detergent. So I'm going to see what supplies I have laying around and I'll see what I can come up with. So I found some scrap wood laying around, and basically I came up with the idea of I'm going to kind of make like a floating shelf. So I'm going to join two pieces of wood in the shape of a T, but the shelf portion has to be rigid so it can support the weight of the detergent bottles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive these 5.5-inch bolts into the side of the shelf so it makes it nice and rigid and it doesn't sag once we have it up. Okay, so now I'm just going to make a little template to drill my holes into the shelf. So I'm just going to draw a line right down the center, just like this. I have my shelf board and my template that I'm going to make, and I have the bolts laid out where I want them. So now with a 3/16-inch drill bit, I am just going to make my holes, and I got the bubble at the top of the drill, so I want to make sure I'm level. Okay, now you can see I marked my template left and right because I'll be using it later when we make the holes in the mounting board. And now I'll just finish off making the holes in the shelf. Alright, my shelf board is 32 inches by 5.5. And my backing board is going to be 34 inches. And I want to do that because I want to give a little reveal here, and I'm going to route an edge on this. So now I'm just going to take my template and drill the pilot holes for the backing board. Okay, so I have my template clamped down to the backing board, and now I'm just going to make my holes. Now I have my little bubble at the top of the drill, so I want to make sure I'm nice and even. Before it starts to rain, I just want to put a round over edge on the backing board. And I'm going to put an edge on the shelf. Just going to sand it down a little bit. Okay, I have my routed edges on both pieces. And I have everything sanded. So now I'm just going to wipe everything down with a damp cloth before I stain. We're using Minwax Simply White stain. And I'm just going to put it on with a rag. I let this sit for 15 minutes, and now I'm just going to rub it out, and then I'll apply another coat. So we let it dry overnight. It has a nice smooth finish to it. What do you think?
I like it a lot, and I also like the color. It looked more yellowy on the can, and in person it's more of a whitewash, which I think goes good.
Yep.
For a room.
So now all we have to do is put it together and hang it. Okay, I have my studs marked out in blue tape on the wall, and I put some blue tape so I have a guide as to where I want the hole. Okay, now I'm going to use these wood buttons here to cover up the bolt that I'm going to be using to attach it to the wall. So I just have to recess that a little bit. Alright, now I also want to recess the holes for the bolts going into the shelf. This way it doesn't protrude and hit the wall when I mount the backing board. Okay, now I am going to put my washer on the bolt, and I'm just going to start them. Okay, so now with the bolts poking through, I have the holes on the back of the shelf, and I'm just going to line it up. And I'm just going to start driving each bolt a little at a time. So pull it all together. Okay, now I'm going to screw into the studs a little at a time. So I'm just going to put a little bit of caulk on my button to help it stick a little bit better. And put it in like that. And there we have it. Here's a final look at the shelf. It matches the floor pretty good. What do you think?
I love it. It's less clutter and more organized.
We'll have more DIY videos to come. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. We'll catch you next time.